Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. Starting with Ousmane Dembele, where we are going to be discussing on 4 reasons why Ousmane Dembele decided to leave Barcelona for PSG. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this transfer news claiming that Barca are keeping close tabs on this 50 million rated French whiskey by name Bradley, who plays for Olympique Lyon. PSG are also interested. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Ousmane Dembele's decision to leave FC Barcelona for Paris Saint-Germain came as a shock, considering that the player had himself confirmed that he was happy at the club and was discussing a new contract. The 26-year-old had become a key cog in the team under Xavi Hernandez and had enjoyed a fine season last time out. All things pointed towards him renewing with the La Liga champions until he decided that a move to PSG would be the best course of action. Dembele is already in Paris to finalize his 50 million rated and his 15 million move from Barca, and an official announcement could arrive today itself, with the player set to sign a 5-year contract with the Ligue 1 champions. Ahead of that move, Sergi Capdevila of Sport has come up with an exclusive report outlining the reasons why Dembele decided to leave Barcelona this summer. The first, the pressures applied in 2022. The Dembele contract saga was a major talking point last year as Barcelona and the players' representative haggled over renewal terms and negotiations dragged on for months together. During that period, there was a time when Barca decided to axe Dembele from the squad in order to force him to accept the terms being offered, and the report claims that mistrust started to grow from that point itself. Xavi managed to smooth things over and reintegrate him back into the squad, and the winger started in the second half of 2021-22 season, eventually leading to a 2-year renewal, but the cracks had started to appear. The second reason, Deco's arrival. Another reason behind Dembele's decision to leave is supposedly the arrival of Deco, formerly the agent of Rafinha, as the sporting director of the club. The report states that the Frenchman's camp did not welcome the move. The fact that Deco did not meet the squad and then failed to attend the meeting scheduled to discuss Dembele's renewal also did not sit well with the players' entourage, although it must be noted that the new director was away in Turkey at the time to discuss Ada Güler's signing. The third reason, rumors of him being offered to PSG in a deal for Mbappe. There was a brief period last month when Barcelona were linked with a shock move for Kylian Mbappe, with reports suggesting that the club would offer Dembele and Gavi to PSG as part of the operation. Having heard about that unsettled Dembele, with a report claiming that it was the straw that broke the camel's back. The Frenchman is understood to have asked about it to Xavi during the meeting, and the manager informed him that there was nothing to it, but the damage had been done. Then the fourth reason, feeling of mistrust from various figures within the club. The final major reason behind Dembele's decision to move on, as per the report, is that the player felt that he did not enjoy the full trust of several members within the club, and the Frenchman felt that if his renewal was delayed, he could force again have to go through being left out of the squad, as the club might look to force him to accept their conditions. As such, he decided to sign for Paris Saint-Germain without any pressure from his agent, as has been speculated in some circles. Dembele's salary will not be 3 times of what he earned at Barca either. Of course, those are some of the reasons that these Spanish journalists have outlined, but we know that among all, the biggest factor is the financial, the financial factor, which this journalist did not mention, because honestly, that's it. There is no way PSG could have offered Dembele the same stuff that he received or lower than what he received at Barca and he will go. There's no way. All this still ends up being financial reasons. Let's forget about all those things. The financial reasons was the main factor, because this Dembele has also a very bad record as to his demands. Because we quite remember that 2 years ago, or was it last year, when he was trying to extend his contract, when Laporta was so mad saying that they should put him on the stands before Xavi came in and had to cool down the situation. Moussa Sissoko, Dembele's agent, was the one pushing that they must pay Dembele 20 million, something like that, per season or else. And Laporta was like, no, there's no way we can give you that amount. So there was that standoff between the club and Dembele's representative, all because of the salary. I quite remember very well. I did report that news a lot. And so you can see that from day one, Sissoko, his agent, and Dembele himself have always been eager for more salary, which Barca ended up renewing his contract on a lower salary. I don't know, all because of Xavi, who came in and had to cool down everything. But now, all these reasons for me is not clearly what, in fact, the main thing was the money. That's just what I believe in. Then, moving on to the next story of discussion, as Barcelona prepare to bid goodbye to Dembele, they are looking at the market for possible replacement candidates for the PSG-bound winger. It has been suggested that the Blaugrana could decide against signing another attacker and instead focus on a creative midfielder or a right back. At the same time, though, La Liga champions Barca are keeping an eye out of a possible like-for-like replacement for the 26-year-old. As per reports in France, Barca are keeping tabs on this Olympique Lyon whiskey Bradley Barcola as a possible candidate to replace Dembele. Dubbed as the new Dembele, the 20-year-old winger has been setting the stage on fire in France with his displays for Lyon and the youth ranks for the national team. A product of Legion Youth Academy, the versatile winger has made 44 appearances, in which he has 7 goals and 12 assists. On top of that, he has featured 5 times for the French under-21 team, scoring 2 goals. And as per reports in France, Barcelona have taken a liking towards the young forward as they looked for reinforcement in attack. However, Barca are not alone in the race for Barcola, as familiar foes PSG are also interested in the 20-year-old talent. Indeed, before activating Dembele's 50 million euros release clause, the Parisian Giants had made a 30 million offer for the young star, but were shut down as Lyon demanded a sum of 50 million for their academy product. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.